Welcome back to another edition of the Senior Spotlight. I'm Brady Beaton. This week joined by Matt Bushman. Matt, let's talk about how you got to Wayne State, because you didn't start off here, but you came here in the last 2 years. You made a pretty big impact. Talk about what the journey was like to Wayne State.
Yeah, I started my first 4 years and did my undergrad at Eastern Michigan. And then once I graduated, I decided it was best for me to enter the portal. And I was recruited by Coach Winters and Coach Gardner to come here. And it just felt like a fit. I liked what was going on here. I liked, the guys I met on my visit. I loved them. It felt like family. Everything felt, close. Mm-hmm. And since I've gotten here, I've been blessed enough to play a lot on the field and show a little bit of what I can do, and try and help this team as much as I can.
Give a little insight to the fans of what the transfer portal process is like, because for most people, up until the last 3-4 years, transferring was a very rare thing. You might get one or two guys a year that come in, and even then don't make the impact you made. What is that process like going through the transfer portal?
Yeah, so I knew I wanted to stay close to home. I'm from Michigan, so I was getting FCS coaches from really far away, and you get DMs on Twitter, you get emails, and so I was really only talking to the coaches that were close to home. I was getting contacted by a lot of the GLIAC teams, and really for me it was I had a connection with Coach Gardner. I had a coach at Eastern Michigan that coached Coach Gardner when he was at Michigan State, so I knew him already coming in, and Coach Nowicki, who was the tight ends coach here. He was at Eastern Michigan while I was there, so I had a couple connections here at Wayne State, and so that was honestly, when I decided to enter the portal, Wayne State was at the top of my list.
What about it made it, besides the family? What did you learn when you got to Wayne State that, hey, you stayed and you spent 2 years here playing high-level football?
It starts, with everything, even the weight room with Coach Mendoza, he really helps us a lot. The training staff, Don and Taylor, the coaches, obviously we have a new coaching staff now, but even last season, just helping me get better as a person, and even with academics, it's a great academic school. I'm in the business school, so, everything's just worked out perfect.
Well, let's talk about that, because you said you finished your undergrad at Eastern, came here. What are you studying here at Wayne State, and where do you plan to go once you graduate?
Yeah, so I graduated with a finance degree from Eastern Michigan, and so right now I'm doing an MBA, and after this semester I'll have 1 semester left, so I'll graduate in May. And after that, I'll be looking mainly in the finance realm, but with my MBA, I'll really be able to do anything in terms of business.
Talking to you, it seems like you're kind of a homebody, want to stay in Southeast Michigan, Metro Detroit. Is that the plan, or if the road takes you somewhere else, would you be willing to go out of state and maybe relocate?
Yeah, anywhere, honestly. Wherever the best fit is, I'll be applying to a lot of different jobs, and just whatever works out best for me.
So talking to some of your teammates in previous weeks, they've said they want to stay involved with sports. They want to stay close. Obviously, finance probably isn't the right part of it, but do you still want to stay involved, or once you hang the cleats up and put your helmet up, or are you just going to say, hey, I'm a fan now?
Yeah, I mean, I would never, close the door on football. It's been a part of my life for so long. I've 6 years of college football. It's a long time, and so I could definitely see myself coaching. I don't know if it'll be at the college realm, or if it'll be, just as a high school coach or something, little league, who knows? Right. But I'll never hang it up. It'll always be in the back of my mind.
What's it like being in your 6th year of college? Because that's a lot of football, yeah. And I know that once you get to year 5, 6, your body's telling you, all right, slow it down a little. How has it been being able to play 6 years of college football and play a lot of it too?
Yeah, honestly, it sounds crazy, but it has flown by. It doesn't feel like I've been doing it this long. But, at the same time, it takes a little bit longer to get warmed up. The body's a little bit more sore the next day than it was 6 years ago. And it's really just been a blessing, because I've met so many people in my life now because of college football that, have made an impact on me and will continue to make an impact on me once I'm done.
Last question for you. What's the wisdom that a 6-year vet can pass on to the young guys in the locker room?
Just listen to your coaches. Don't talk back or anything, because, they have a lot of wisdom. They've been doing this for a long time. Really stay stay good with your books. Stay in the classroom because it can get dicey quick in the classroom. You don't want to get ineligible or anything like that, and just stick with it.
He's Matt Bushman. I'm Brady Beaton. You've been listening to the Senior Spotlight.